the glacier is on your way to the 50K aid station, and it is spectacular.
Hmm.
Normally you see you run close to a glacier and you see the glacier and you're bypassing it or whatever. This is the largest glacier in Switzerland. It's absolutely massive, and the race course runs on this trail, and doesn't run the length of the glacier because the glacier is so big, but it ran along the edge of the glacier, went down to close to the glacier. It must have went on for kilometers
Wow,
that you were
that's
just
nice.
running along the glacier. And I stopped for a minute just to listen to it because I kept hearing these noises. You could hear the ice cracking and moving.
Hello, hello.
Hey, we are back on the Gotta Run Racing podcast.
You betcha. It's that time of year when there's not as much happening in the ultra world. It seems it's winding down a little bit.
In our neck of the woods.
Yeah, but how about Camille's new record at Spartathlon this past weekend? Let me read it to you.
Okay.
She finished third overall. A 153-mile course. She bested the previous record by more than 2 hours to finish in 22 hours, 35 minutes, 30 seconds. First woman to ever finish under 24 hours. Unbelievable.
And also, that's incredible what she does. But Jim Walmsley has also won Nice. And that's
Oh, did he?
And that's a ticket to Western. So,
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
so therefore...
He did Nice, what, less than a month after
Yeah,
UTMB?
yeah.
Okay.
So therefore, is he going back to Western? Who knows?
I don't know. We did hear him say that he would love it if the big names in the ultra world would choose a different race to go to and focus on for a change.
Other than what?
Other than UTMB.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So...
Speaking of UTMB, my mug that I'm still paying for.
And your finisher vest.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm only going to be wearing it at home.
Probably, but pretty fancy.
Okay, that's enough for us. Who's on the podcast today?
Today we have Aaron Shimmons. He's 45, originally from Ireland, and now he spends his time between London and Chamonix.
Nice.
He's a content creator on both YouTube and Instagram, and his videos focus on his running adventures, shoe and race reviews, and is called I Run Over Mountains. I like that. That's catchy.
Yep.
He's actually run in several editions of UTMB, and this year he was in the thick of things, filming the leaders from one aid station to the other and recapping each day. A couple weeks previous, though, he completed the Swiss Alps 100. That includes over 10,000 meters of climbing. So we'll find out how he was able to keep up to the...
It sounds like that race is even harder than UTMB.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out. We'll chat about that and more.
And without further ado, here's Aaron coming up.
Well, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Canada. And we're wondering if you've ever been here or raced here.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to have a chat. I've been to Canada once. I think it was mid-90s, and I flew back from the Caribbean via Toronto,
Okay.
and we had a 2 or 3 day stopover. So a long, long time ago, and yeah, I would love to go back. Probably Vancouver, Banff, something like that might be more my cup of tea at this point.
Yep.
But yeah, Canada looks beautiful, but also a lot of bears there.
Oh, they're more scared of us than we are of them. Well, you're no stranger to ultra running. You've done UTMB a couple of times, but just recently you did the Swiss Alps 100, which is not an easy one. What drew you to that race?
Yeah, I was looking for a race that was a hard rock qualifier.
Yeah.
And also, it's not the main reason, but it was a big reason for turning me on to this race. And then whenever I looked into it and did a bit of a bit of research, and I went and holidayed in the region for a little bit, just to see some of the trails. And I mean, don't take offense. I know Canada is beautiful, but I think Switzerland is the most picturesque country in the world.
Yes.
Everywhere you look, there are just the most beautiful views. And that was really a big motivator. You know, I go into the mountains and run on the mountains because of the environment and how it looks. And Switzerland is up here in terms of quality of trails and views. So that was a big motivator. And you know, it's a hard rock qualifier. It's a states qualifier. These things are hard to come by in Europe.
Yep. That race claims to be the longest and hardest race of the Swiss Alps. And now that you've finished it, because that's 10,000 feet of climbing, 49 hours to complete. Now that you've finished it, is there any truth to that? That it's one of the hardest?
10,000 meters, not 10,000.
Oh, right, 10,000 meters. God, what am I saying?
You take care of that in post.
10,000 meters of climbing, yes.
Yeah, I mean, the UTMB is the closest barometer I have for that. You know, it's similar stats. UTMB is 10K longer and a little bit more climbing. But now that I've run the Swiss Alps 100, there's actually a little flattish section in part of it, around 80 kilometers. There's a couple of pieces which maybe total about 8 miles that are flattish. So if you take that out, the vert's actually squeezed into 150k, which makes it even steeper. But yeah, I don't know. It's very hard to compare it to a UTMB because there's, I don't know, 300 people or something in the Swiss Alps race. It just has this sort of very good community feel to it. You know, straight off the bat, it was about a K on roads, and then you're onto the trail, and it was a 12 or 1,300 meter climb over 7 kilometers. So big climb. Now, if that had been in UTMB, it would have been the conga line, and you know, people would have been getting frustrated by the pace and all this sort of stuff. Whereas we all just dropped into single-ish file, and we're able to go at whatever pace that we wanted. You know, if you wanted to pass somebody or someone to pass you, you know, there was room to do it. It was just, it felt really relaxed and fun. And the weather was amazing. That makes a big difference. I've done so many races that have had storms and, you know, bad rain and hail and things like that. So to do a race, and the only problem was that it was hot and there was a lot of vert. I would highly recommend it, as long as you get the weather.
Yeah, because in this race, you run past a glacier and you go over 3 suspension bridges. Hopefully you didn't get to see that at night or not see it.
Yeah, I got to see all of that in daylight. And so the glacier is on your way to the 50k aid station, and it is spectacular. Normally you see you run close to a glacier and you see the glacier and you're bypassing it or whatever. This is the largest glacier in Switzerland. It's absolutely massive, and the race course runs on this trail, and it doesn't run the length of the glacier because the glacier is so big, but it ran along the edge of the glacier, went down to close to the glacier. It must have went on for kilometers.
Wow,
that you were just running along the glacier. And I stopped for a minute just to listen to it because I kept hearing these noises. You could hear the ice cracking and moving. It was very good. And I was coming along there just around coming towards sunset, so maybe in the hour before sunset. So the views were just amazing, really, really good. And the suspension bridges, two of the suspension bridges were before that, and one of them was around 60-ish K. So again, I got that in daylight too. Some people didn't like them. You know, they're bouncing. It's in the rules. you're not allowed to run on the bridges. You have to walk along them because they move so much. There's so much oscillation
Wow.
in the bridge. But again, just amazing views. Did not disappoint in that sense.
Wow.
Well, you're going to be putting a video of this race on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, so I filmed most of the race, and I was there a few days before the race, so I was able to get some sort of drone footage and things of the various sections. So the plan is there will be a race video coming out. The race director just emailed me a couple of days ago, asked me, when's this coming out? I can't wait to see it. But these things take a bit of time to put together, and
Yep.
so I expect it's going to be out within probably this month, as in at some point in October.
Very
Nice.
good. We'll look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, and also the organizers give anyone who finishes under 24 hours a special silver buckle, but nobody got under 24 hours this year.
Nobody has ever got under 24
So,
hours.
wow.
Wow.
That sounds challenge accepted.
Yeah, I mean, I think the course record is about 4 hours slower than 24 hours. So I don't think that 24-hour buckle sub-24-hour buckle is going to be handed out anytime soon. I mean, you probably can just hold off in that order.
Oh, I'm surprised none of the local guys have taken that on, because there's lots of people that would be capable of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about the course record at UTMB being set by the best of the best, and let's just round it to 20 hours, so the Swiss Alps 100, maybe if Killian or Jim run it, that they're going to get obviously they're going to get sub 24, maybe they're going to get 20 hours or in that region, but it hasn't attracted that level of elite athlete.
No.
So the times are not there.
No.
Hmm.
Well, hopefully in the future there will be.
Well, I would love to see someone break 24 there one day. That would be something special.
The race is gaining momentum, and the word is out that this is a special route and a great sort of community feel. So I just saw a post a couple of days ago from Jacob, the race director, that within a few hours or a day or something, they've sold half of the entries, and last year it took 3 months to sell the same amount of entries.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Hence the reason why he's looking for your
Video.
Your video.
He wants to promote it.
Well, I make these videos because that's the type of stuff that I enjoy to consume on YouTube as well, and I think that's where he's coming from too. He likes a good race video, so yeah, I think might be some personal interest there as well.
All right, Aaron. Well, thanks again for your time, and we'd love to stay in touch with you and see if we can maybe do some collaboration down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sounds good. Always open to whatever ideas anyone has. So yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
Stay in touch.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And that was Aaron Shimmons from Northern Ireland.
I love that accent. So my favorite.
Too bad we couldn't get some curse words out of him. That would have really made your day. You would have been saying it all day.
I would have. I say feck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do say
Okay.
feck. Has a good ring to it.
Well,
Anyways, I love that he's doing something that he loves.
of course.
He's living in a place that allows him to excel at it, which is amazing.
Of course.
Living the dream.
Yes.
But I do think he should come and do some more races in North America, because he says he loves the low-key vibe, and a lot of them are low-key vibe.
Yeah. Well, you get that there in Europe, too, because the Swiss Alps only had 300 runners.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true.
and, geez, the way he talked about it was, oh, I want to go there to see it, but there's no way I'm going to do that race. My God. 49 hours to complete. Yeah, I'll be in the 48-hour range.
Was he in 49, or it's a
No.
49-hour cutoff?
Cutoff, but he finished in 3 or
I meant to ask you that.
Yeah.
To ask him. But
In the 30 hours, he was nowhere near in trouble of being cut. So
nice.
yeah, he's a good runner and content creator, living the dream.
Check him out, guys. I run over mountains.
Until next time.
We're getting closer to 100 episodes.
That's right.
Yeah, the countdown's on.
Who would you want to see or hear on our 100th episode? Let us know.
Please do.
In the gutterrunracing@gmail.com. Let us know.
Cheers.
Bye.